I want to talk about crime and trust. I think that there is a great plague that is infecting our society that happens within the relationship between our institutions and the individual when it comes to very important situations. Specifically, I want to talk about crimes, horrific, mysterious crimes, right? There is a distrust of our institutions, like the police, investigators, and the legal system, right? And there's multiple dimensions to why or factors that interplay, right? And one of them is because I don't know, how do I explain this? They hate people. Some people hate people. And there's a history of a bunch of stuff, right? The nature of giving people power. They can kill people. They don't solve crime. There's a lot of stuff, right? But I think there is an inherent structural element that is also creating this distrust, right? That even if you solved all the other problems, right? Let's say everyone was I don't know, there was no historical or social issues or whatever with policing or the government or whatever, right? There would still be situations of distrust, right? Because of an inherent structural relationship we have with these institutions, right? And this falls under the category of a lot of the other themes we've had before, how we necessarily do not track or have a sort of structural understanding of our society and all of its elements, the society, interface, and system, density, binding, all that stuff, right? But I want to talk about this under the context of crime and trust, and I guess other stuff, right? That's just the title, but when something so horrendous, like a death of somebody, mysterious and suspicious, or clearly heinously done act, right? The relationship between the people who are affected by it and the system and the structures and the steps and the procedures that are done to resolve that for that person are completely disconnected, invisible, not understanding, etc., right? And this is kind of done on purpose because of a lot of the other stuff that is an issue in the first place, right? But we can jump a couple of hoops here, right? We can pull a couple of rugs under a couple of evil people, I guess, right? We can elevate ourselves, right? Because Mass murderers, mass murder, and other stuff. Everyone. Like, no one is safe. So having a convoluted structure is probably not good. Or not necessarily convoluted, but non-understanded by most of society. It's probably not good, right? So think about it, right? A murder happens, or in your block, let's say, a block away, some horrendous crime, right? What do you know happens, right? Most people, right? I would say 80% of people's, right? And I would put myself in that 80%, right? What they know is that, like, we know that people are gonna come, close the area, do something or something. Somebody might come investigate. There's a procedure to find people, It's very, very, it's movie-esque, bro. It's just filled in by movies, is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's movies. Oh shit, you know what this reminds me of? I remember, bro, not only do I know that it's movie brain in my head, I know a lot of those people doing that shit is movie brain in their head too, son. Because what was that John Oliver NCIS shit, son? And where people were based, I forgot what it was, son. But that's when I was like, we're all dumb as fuck. We are all dumb. Who the fuck is? It was like basically like, bro, because these institutions are affected by the narratives, our narratives and whatever, right? They like kind of like subconsciously form these institutions because we don't have this like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you can stop it. It's just how we do things, right? Because it's just whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything. But that was just hilarious. Anyways, what was we talking about? What was I talking about? It's very movie picturesque, right? Right? That's like 80% of people, I swear, right? Then you have like, maybe less. Maybe that's like 60%. Because I know people are super into like crime investigations and stuff, right? And I know they trickle in stuff, they probably, right? So I say like 60% of people have this sort of movie picturesque, right? And you have another 20% of people who like have a way better conceptual understanding because they just actually take in a lot of that media from those areas, right? Right? And then you got like another like 10% who are fucking like experts or are there, right? And then the other 10% are people who are there, but they're there in like all the elements or so. I don't know. You got the super, I don't know. There's probably like the super geniuses, who are like, nah, like I can solve any crime. Like, I don't give a fuck, whatever, right? But that's a little bit of people. That's like 10 people, dude. There's a lot of crime. That's like 10, I don't know. That's maybe like 100 people. There's a lot of crime. So yeah, so that's what we're dealing with, son. But who has to vote? Who has to be like, crime this, crime that? Why is there crime here? Why is there? Everybody. Everybody's yapping. Yapping about what? We don't know shit. We don't know absolutely shit, son. So this murder happens, right? And you know what should happen, right? It should definitely not be like, I saw some article on it, and then maybe some other article about it. And then I forget or some shit, and then like sometime later, it's like, that person actually killed like 7 people in your neighborhood. In like a 5-mile radius. I'm pretty sure if everyone could go like, boop, boop, they'd be like, nah, okay, you know, where is this motherfucker? They'd be like, hold up, what steps? Because I feel like we get stuck in like the whole like, because of the mistrust, right? Because there's no real interface, right? We get stuck with the what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Why is this? What is this? Like, did you guys kill them? Because you guys love doing that. Right? Are you covering it up because it was your racist uncle? Because you guys, are you guys bought by the mafia or some shit? Are you guys Illuminati? Or is it the, come on, son, right? We get bogged down, right, in that. And those things are definitely, like, it's actually, you can solve both with this, right? Because this murder happens, right? And instead of whatever bullshit we're dealing with, right? If we understood all of the subsystems that have to activate, right, to solve this issue, right? Both, like, but not just like, right? Because there's like a place you can go that pictographically represents this information in a right? It has to be like kawaii. It has to be able to, your brain has to be able to absorb this multi-layered information instantaneously, right? Through a pictographical nature, right? Because we're not reading, so no one's reading these paragraphs. No one is that's what, right? That's one of the problems. That article came up, you didn't read the whole thing. No one's reading the whole thing. Most of it is like a bunch of bullshit. They're just gonna fill in like, oh, and this is about like, oh, and this comes up when themes about should we give the police more money, or it's just talking. It's like, how about when I do when I like look into the interinstitutional elements of that, I can see what their budget is, right? So I can make that, right? I can see what their budget is, and I can make that connection with whatever this murder is when I need to, right? But if you can literally see, right, geospatially and like visually represented, right, from that crime scene, right, to the subsystems, both legally and institutionally, that have to activate, right? And shit, you can even see it progress. You can even see it progress, son. And even, right? Then motherfuckers would know, like, how to solve crime. I will know at least a little better what the fuck we're yapping about. We would know, like, okay, this department, right, it's structured this way, right? There's this subsystem and it gets paid this much money, right? And they're doing, like, all of this shit, son. They're literally doing this program, this, and this frequency. Like, who the fuck is gonna solve this crime? You could literally be able to see that if you just took that component, put it next to this component. That information obvious, right? And no one's reading it 3 paragraphs. When we can see shit like that, son, we're gonna find the psycho murderers real fucking quick, son. And we're gonna find the fucking smart ass motherfuckers who are trying to fucking play some shit or whatever, right? But that's probably some money shit, and we can solve that in a different way. Just stop it. Stop it. These stupid motherfuckers have kept us poor and shit or whatever. Stop it, right? But they kill people too, so maybe we're gonna have to stop him. That's a double whammy, son. There you'll be like, okay, why is this not being done this way? Like, what is this pattern in this institution that this isn't done this way, right? What is the legal dimension and who has been like structuring this, right? You're just like, okay, like there you go. Or what, we're gonna wait till some weirdo psychopath on the internet is like, I went through all of the different pieces of paper, blah, 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 look, all of this, blah, 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 look at this conspiracy. It's like that, thank you, right? But it should not be that way. It shouldn't be some dude who's like, going through or some shit, or some little FBI agent, son. Sometimes it's a little detective who's apparently on his own time. He's like, nah, son, I didn't give up. And he's like, I figured it. Thank you. That should not be that way. What the fuck is going on? And we could probably adjust and, in real time, we're like, okay, they need more funding. Okay, they don't need more, right? And not only that, half of these crimes, son, I don't know, son. I don't know. That'll solve some of the trust stuff I was talking about. As a society, we would be able to like make better decisions on policy or whatever, right? Because you'd actually sort of see or whatever, right? People would be like, you know what? Like, how is this subsystem structured? Because like, where's the DNA? I see that like there's a high frequency of there's no DNA prints being found. There's no, like the people in the community would just be like, oh, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Who runs that? Who runs that department? You go directly to the source. You're like, why are fingerprints not being scanned? Why is this not being done? You don't go to some, right? You could now go to the representative and be like, you see this, under that, that's what's going to be solved. Stop. Bring her here, stop talking. Everyone, bring her here, stop talking. No yapping, la, 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 la. You see this? Explain this spread, explain this. Problem solved, right? But like everyone, in a very easy to understand way. You just gotta look at it. Just like a little peek. No reading. Reading is no good. No reading. No. No, I'm not reading. No. Oh, hell no. A little bit of reading. A little bit. I fucking love that meme. Right? Once we do that, right? We'll stop at least feeling like a bunch of sheep who just like these people get murdered. No one finds I think it'll help a little bit. It's gotta help a little bit, right? Knowledge is half the battle, as they say. Because now it's like these motherfuckers is blind. They're like, I don't know. I just hear the podcast. Some people love that shit. Some people just love that shit in a different way. I don't know what is up with that. These like murder mystery podcast people are out of control. But you know, I guess that's the best way to deal with fear, son. Best way to deal with fear is to deal with it, to understand it or whatever, right? Bro, it's fucking dumb. It's dumb as fuck, son. I'm not having these people dying, son. I'm not having a situation where these people is dying. I don't care really, but I'm here with them, son. We're here with them. Okay? So we gotta solve it. It's fucking bullshit. This, like, imagine all of the broken hearts. Oh, come on, son. People are crying. Because, imagine someone you cared about is gone. That's terrible. But it's like they want to die. There's so many things where the conclusion I come up to is like, I think they just want to die. I don't know. Okay, right? So we need that widget. An interinstitutional subsystem geospatial relational sort of chart, geographical chart. Then we will be free from this evil uncertainty.